What up, YouTube? It's Missouri's Company. In today's video, I want to talk about the new set gear that just recently came out, the Augment set gear, because I actually haven't covered it in a video, which was, silly on me. There's a lot of other content going on, but I do want to bring attention to this because it's actually a lot better than I think most people realize, but not for the reason that some of you realize. You know what I mean there? All right, let's get straight to it. So I actually found this Reddit post that explains it better than I could, so I'm going to shout them out in this. So the actual comment was, bandage canceling by new set is a bug or a feature. And at this point, I was like, whoa, hold on. What? So 90% of the time my bandage is canceling while this set is active on me. First I thought it may be some extra damage from pets when I am nearby, but this is happening even far away from the opponents. It really needs to be fixed or remove bandage cancellation from all sources like it was before. Now this last piece is already a decent bit of drama because Seeping Bile was a much better PvP gem when it would cancel your bandages, and they removed it, and people felt, myself included, felt like that was a massive nerf to Seeping Bile. Well, now there's a new way of doing it. So the set procs 4-piece grace, which is not a dot effect, it's a hit. So the continual proc of 4-piece grace is interrupting your bandage, not 4-piece augments. They work insanely well together. What? So if we jump over to the game, so we got 4-piece augment and 4-piece grace. So 4-piece grace is, let's see, grace. So the 4-piece grace is all continual damage, channel damage, and persistent ground damage increased by 15%. Each time you damage an individual enemy 5 times, you will do 11,523 additional damage to that enemy. So basically, while you have your dots on someone, this is what's actually canceling your bandage. And then what they're saying is if you pair that with the 4-piece augment conflagration, the duration of your additional ignite status is increased by 30%. Deal damage. There is a 15% chance of attaching an ignite status to an enemy when dealing damage, dealing the 13,000 points of damage. I don't like the way they worded this. Good lord. But anyway, basically you can ignite yourself. You can ignite it, and then also have the ability of extending the ignite, as well as the grace, which is also increasing the amount of damage you do. So if you want to be an absolute fiend in PvP, I would strongly suggest trying out the 4-piece grace and the 4-piece augment. Now, I am currently on my wizard, and I do a lot of dot damage, so I may consider this myself. In fact, I'll give you a little bit of a teaser. Let me jump to this screen. So I'm also working on a different build already, and currently I'm rocking a hello there. I'm rocking a 6-piece banquet with a 2-piece Vithus, and I do like it, but I don't think I need the 6-piece of banquet. I'm playing around with the build to see what the best way of doing it is. I'm considering going to more of a primary attack build and getting the 2-piece that buffs that, but then you can also make an argument for grace. So maybe it's like a 2-piece banquet, right? Because the 4-piece is your critical hit chances increased by 2.5% up to 25% for every continual damage effect you have on nearby enemies, which is okay. But the real reason you're using Banquet of the Eyes is because of the damage dealt to enemies suffering from your continual damage effect increased by 15%. You basically just want to keep this up at all times, which you could if you do a 2-piece banquet, 4-piece augment, and then maybe a 2-piece. No, you really want that 4-piece. Yeah, I don't know. So as you can see, I'm still very much troubleshooting this myself to figure out what the best combination is in order to get the best set gear, because now that we have a new set gear, which is the augment conflagration, it is super strong, but we also have the ability of having 8 total pieces from 6 in terms of set gear, which means it's a lot more difficult to come out with the best builds because there's so many different options, and you can literally have either 2 4-piece, a full 6-piece, and a 2-piece, or 4 2-pieces. Like, there's so many different varieties you could do with your set gear now, which is awesome. I think this is a great addition to the game, but it's very overwhelming as a content creator to try to figure out what in the world I need to do in order to make the quote-unquote best class, because ultimately that's what you guys are looking for. So I'm going to keep playing with this, but I do want to shout out, like I said, this article, which is talking about a 4-piece grace and a 4-piece augment could be completely meta and super broken in PvP because it does interrupt your bandages. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried this or not. I personally will probably build towards this, which means I have a lot of set gear farming to do because I want to test a lot of different combinations in order to bring you guys the best overall builds for several different classes. And that's a lot of different set gear. So I got a lot of farming to do, but let me know in the comments below what you think. I think this makes sense to me, why this would be so powerful, but I really do think that this could arguably be the best build or the best set gear for PvP for reasons that we didn't even realize. Interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. Until next time, lock it in.